There's breakfast here. It's time to walk again. Ishikawa Railway. Oh my gosh, this is a packed one. Oh. Going on the Thunderbird. Suruga Station. 12:14. Thunderbird. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun.
大きなお荷物を最後部座席の後方に置かれる場合は、お座席をご利用されるお客様にお声掛けを。
2:03. Let's go. Hiroshima Station. That's stop number 2. Bye bye bus. It's raining. And that's what we wanna go do. Welcome to AME Crowne Plaza, Hiroshima. That is our room. And this is the bathroom. Rainy view. Oh, you don't get the Peace Park view. McDonald's. Dinner. What do we have? Got broccoli somewhere. I guess I'm just gonna try to rate this thing. Beautiful day. 7:25. Numero 1. Doggy, what are you doing? You're so cute. day. Go back. Microwave for me. Yaha! Mazda! It's the good shop. Mazda Museum. Hello, tourist.
The bus ride will take about 10 minutes to get to the museum.
My true calling. So this is because at that time it's free time too. Now let's go to the Mazda's aim to offer an exhilarating driving experience. Logo. Numerous moments that it seemed impossible. After all, the first journey is domestic sales channels. Next, online. So this is later. This concludes our tour of the Mazda Museum. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。
Always kind of has his own.
ありがとうございます。Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
Let's go to another supermarket. Oh. Supermarket snack hall.
Embarrassing. Dude, they need to fix that before, huh? Oh.
So insane.
You can get sugar drinks out. Local water.
Uh-oh, what is going on? 2 fire trucks has been mobilized. Oh my goodness, what is going on today? I get the old cart. Yay!
Take a picture.
Lentils. Miyajima Ferry. Boarding the Miyajima Ferry.
We hope you have enjoyed your passage.
Miyajima Island. Chilling. Come here, baby. Going down the steps. oh. Sakura, beautiful. The aggressive meal. Go at it. Go at it. Ooh. Intrigued by this juice machine. Bye bye, dears. He's looking at you. That's pretty good news.
Hiroshima's thing. Okay. Very cool. Know where you want.
People everywhere. Getting back on the boat.
Sailors.
Uh-huh. Miyajima. Oh,
I'll drag her.
Sushi roll. Alright. Bon appetit. Uh-oh.
You fell already.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on, let's go.
No, bro.
No.
Bro.
Why you sit down? Why you sit down? This is a hospital, and it is the call center.
気をつけてください。110円。お持ちください。
I don't know what
レ
person.
シートをお取りください。
Soft game.
Soft game.
It's breakfast.
Take the Japanese one.
Thank you. Just follow everybody. Everybody's going to the game. That's cute. Carp blossom. Gotta transfer everything into paper cup.
That's probably the best in the world.
Look at the Shinkansen. Whoa!
Okay, we're gonna be on the right.
Where are we?
Sitting?
Yeah. People everywhere. People everywhere.
Green sign, fourth row.
You were just saying it's got. Everybody's blowing up the balloon. Ah! Thanks to these guys.
Or a bit close.
You like walking in the Red Sea? Shinkansen! Hello, Lemon and Killing. Private bus. Right underneath.
The Hiroshima Museum of Art was designed and was here cheap.
Bye bye! Goodbye, Hiroshima. Checking out today. Pet. Walk. Okay. Prized possessions. Prized possessions.